You're listening to a Rock Candy podcast.
Hi, I'm Liam Hooper.
And I'm Peterson Toscano. Together, we co-host the Bible Bash podcast.
The Bible Bash podcast is a monthly podcast where Peterson, a quirky queer Quaker and Northern belle,
and Liam, a trans Bible scholar and Southern gentleman,
get together to examine biblical texts, looking for the characters and situations you don't often hear about.
Each month, we look into a different ancient story. We're curious to find insights into our own queer lives. We discuss these and share our findings with you.
You can find the Bible Bash podcast on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, pretty much anywhere you listen to podcasts. New episodes come out at the end of each month.
Bible Bash podcast is part of the Rock Candy Network.
You know what, Margaret? Sometimes I just get that not so fresh feeling.
Well, you need to get down to the pickle and boot shop.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Joe and Reese's Pickle and Boot Shop, a diabolical brainwashing machine. This is our weekly disclaimer. I'm Reese Roper, one of the hosts here. First of all, I would like to apologize for talking about the Asperger's scale instead of the autism spectrum. I make fun of the South again. Both of us do. It's pretty easy. Joe talks about a game called Hide the Pickle. He also makes the definitive statement, let's put the women and children to bed. Once again, the Pickle and Boot Shop. We hope you hate it.
Joe and Reese, pickle and boot shop. Get yourself a pickle. Get yourself a boot. Joe and Reese, pickle and boot shop.
Pickle time is happening. Pickle time. I go down to get some pickles.
With your grandma and your kids.
I go downtown.
With your grandma and your kids.
Boot time. Pickle and boot time. Don't be fickle. Get your pickle cider, pop a nickel in your boots. Not a place of ill repute. Bring your grandma and your kids. Come for the pickles, stay for the squids.
Pickle and boot shop.
Stay for the squids. Boots.
Pickle time.
Put that pickle in your pants, get some booze inside your hands. Put that pickle in your pants, get some booze inside your hands.
1996, we start this.
You want to clap?
Oh, yeah, we got to
want-
do the clap.
You want the clap?
Clap. Wait, hang on. Say something.
Adam.
Okay.
Adam.
Adam, can you do a clap? Okay. 3, 2, 1. All right.
Perfect.
Note is muted. Oh, I love your sweatshirt.
Oh, it's my Motley Crue ugly Christmas sweatshirt.
So cool.
Dude, I was okay. So for those that are listening, we haven't officially started this episode, but we've, I think, started the episode.
Yeah.
So I told you I got like a sore throat a few days ago. Then it went to like post nasal drip. Today I'm like fighting off the like head congestion and like runny nose, all that stuff. And so I've been feeling like cold all day. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get like super warm. So I have a pair of like those Carhartt coveralls that have like the inner lining.
The orangish, like the rusty colored orange. Like
Mine are
brown.
actually black.
Wow.
Mine are black.
Wow, that's
and then they
punk
got like
rock.
yeah, and then they got like the flannel insulation.
Uh-huh.
So I came home from work feeling like garbage. Took a shower, got out, and then put those on to like help sweat the cold out, which always worked for me when I was younger.
Yeah.
I could get rid of a cold in a night. I would just put as many clothes on as I could, and I'd go out and play hockey.
Really?
Or I would, yeah. And then I would like get in bed, and I'd get a big glass of ice water next to the bed because you'd wake up about 4 hours later, all your clothes are soaked and you're completely dehydrated, and then you guzzle down this big glass of water, go back to sleep, and then you wake up and I wouldn't have a cold.
This sounds like you died.
Maybe.
And then,
Maybe.
because like
It doesn't seem to work as much as an adult, but it helps.
Okay.
So when I'm done with this podcast, literally when we hit stop, I am crawling into bed and I'm going to sleep.
Let me just say this as a medical professional: if you have a fever, don't do this.
No, I don't have a fever.
I mean, because you're basically causing your body temperature to elevate and sweat out all that stuff. So you're increasing your metabolism, is my guess, is what's happening. When you have a fever, your body, like your immune system, is doing that. But if you get a fever over 104, you start to denature proteins in your brain, and it's bad. You can get brain
I think I
damage.
did that a long time ago.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. So even though you just warned me, I'm going to crawl into bed
Yeah.
and probably just wear these coveralls.
And your Motley Crue t-shirt, or just that?
No.
They cover your whole body. It's like a snowsuit, like the dude
Yes.
in A Christmas
Yes.
Story.
Yes.
You're
It's
like-
like a snowsuit for adults.
That's wonderful,
But like
Joe.
it's like what hunters wear, or like if you work like construction and you got to be outside.
Like if you're
it's that-
a roofer.
Yes. So for my roofing job, these are what I wear on the roof.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I'll be doing tonight after we're done casting, is probably eating a little something and then climbing into bed and hopefully sleeping the night away.
Huh.
And then tomorrow, I would normally get up and go to work. Tomorrow, I don't have to leave for work until noon, and I get to drive up to Traverse City, beautiful Traverse City, Michigan,
Yes.
where I will be at a conference. That's kind of why I'm trying to get rid of this cold, where I will be at a conference for the next 4 days.
Cool.
Yeah.
Super cool. Well, it's a roofing conference.
Yeah. They're going to tell us about different kinds of shingles, metal roofs.
Metal roofs.
They always go over roofing safety every year. Like, don't wear roller skates on the roof.
like
Roller skates or inline skates are bad.
So that's what they talk about. They're not like, if you're in this neighborhood doing roofing, keep your eye out for cracks in the roof.
Yeah, no.
No.
It's just straight. I think this year there's a workshop on nails, roofing
Okay.
nails. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm going to be blowing my nose. Sorry, guys. I'm going to be blowing my nose, coughing, probably sneezing the whole night. I got the full-on shebang. You know what I always think of when I have a cold? Hopefully you remember this, and hopefully our listeners remember this, because it's always stuck with me, and I always enjoyed it. Do you remember when Disney, like when we were kids, like Disney Channel, like did cartoons?
Yeah.
Like
I
just
didn't
real
have the
like
Disney Channel, but there were cartoons available.
yeah. And they would maybe be like a 10-minute cartoon, something like that. And there was one where Goofy got a cold. Mm-hmm. And so like he'd gone to work, left the window open, and he got a cold. And so the whole thing is kind of him going through home remedies and all this stuff as to getting rid of this cold.
Yeah.
Whenever I get a cold, that's what I think of. I think of Goofy getting a cold. And now that I have the Disney Channel or Disney Plus, I haven't found that cartoon on the thing yet.
Oh, really?
Maybe I'm not looking hard enough, but yeah. Yeah, but that old Goofy gets a cold.
I'm going to
Great
turn my
cartoon.
kids loose on this, see if they can't do some research.
Do it. Tell them right now. By the
Yeah.
end of the podcast, let's have me an answer if
Goofy
it's
gets
on
cold. You know what I think about when you talk about Goofy is all of
Chaka.
Chaka. No, all the Disney pantheon of animated characters, like they're interesting. You feel familial with them. You're like, oh, I like Mickey and Donald. But Goofy is the only one that really I think you can actually relate to. He's the most human of them all. You know, like if you think of like the Warner Brothers ones, you're just like, oh yeah, Bugs Bunny, he's like this. Yosemite Sam, he's like crazy. He's got a temper. And, you know, like the Tasmanian Devil, you know, he's got some sort of ADHD and he's somewhere on the, like on the Asperger's scale.
Yeah.
You know, Porky Pig. You know people like that, or you can relate. But you're just like, can you identify like personality traits of Mickey Mouse?
No,
you can't.
he's too nice.
Right. He just is like nice and he just does things. And then like maybe
he mops floors in wizard robes.
Yeah, but like he doesn't really desire anything. He doesn't have dreams. I mean, he lives at Disneyland, so probably he doesn't really want for anything. And like Donald, he kind of has a temper.
He's just angry all the time.
Yeah, he's got nephews. He's got some responsibility. Maybe you can relate to that. And then, like, he's kind of got a girlfriend, Daisy. Maybe that's his nephews.
Yeah.
I don't get it. But, like, Goofy.
Uncle Scrooge, wealthiest guy in the world, can't relate to that.
No. Goofy, though, everything that dude does, you're just like, yeah, I get it. I've gone off a ski jump backwards.
Right.
It's happened.
I've yelled hoo 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 as I fall down the stairs. Yeah, for realsies. You're right. I've never thought about that.
I mean, Pluto is a dog.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's what I hear.
Apparently, Goofy is a dog.
No, Goofy's
horse.
a wolf.
What?
Goofy is a wolf.
What about Pete? Is Pete a wolf or a dog?
Pete is a meaner wolf.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Pete also has a more rounded personality than everyone else except for Goofy. You're just like, oh yeah, Pete. Sometimes he's cool, but he loses his temper a lot, and he's
because he's got to deal with
a
Goofy.
jerk. Right. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
That's funny. You need to write a book about like Disney isms.
I mean,
That was
like,
hilarious.
the Disney animated movies, those people, they have depth, but their pantheon of regular animatronic anamorphic schmoes do not.
No.
Except for Goofy and Pete, possibly.
The wolves.
The wolves.
The wolves
He's a
rue
wolf.
the day.
He is a wolf.
Yes, I have heard that. That Walt Disney, when he was trying to figure out all these different characters, he did Goofy as a wolf, but what would a nice wolf look like?
That is it.
Yeah.
Like a derpy dog, which is what I was told he was as a dog, but I'm like, Pluto's a dog. Does it
Correct.
mean his, like, is he then like a freed slave? And like Mickey owns Pluto, but not Goofy? What is going on here?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand in the cartoon world when animals that have human characteristics also own pets that are animals.
Right.
Like, I don't get that. Like, what made Pluto lesser than a mouse or a duck? That's weird to me.
Yeah, you don't get that in the Warner Brothers pantheon because they're all just animals that are like people, and they all have personality disorders.
You're right.
They're all like,
They're like, we need someone who's ticked off all the time. Yosemite Sam. We need someone who's got ADHD. Tasmanian Devil.
Got it.
We need someone who's like Daffy. Whatever that personality is.
Well, What is Daffy? He's just angry all the time. He's just
he's not angry like Yosemite Sam.
No.
I think he's angry at his own failure, or is that Donald?
No, I think it's Daffy. But then, like, Bugs is like a sociopath. He's just just impish and messing with everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, he took that wrong turn at Albuquerque.
He did. Albuquerque.
That's what he always says. I always took that wrong turn at Albuquerque.
Quakey. You got it.
Yeah.
I was getting caught up on it. All right. So we never talked about what we're going to... Whoa. This came out.
You all
We
right?
never talked about what we're going to talk about on the podcast.
Yeah. Well, let's start it. How about I start it off and then we talk about what we want to talk about? We'll just make that part of the cast.
All right. Is this part of the cast?
I think this part is part of the cast.
Okay,
I mean, why
but-
not?
Why
not?
not?
We're 15 minutes in.
Yeah, we need to cover some ground here.
Yeah, we do.
Hang on, let me yell at my kids, even though they
Okay.
probably don't deserve it.
All right, and I'll blow my nose even though they don't deserve it.
What are you guys Put your pajamas on.
Oh my gosh. You guys, I'm so sorry. If I'm blowing my nose in your ears as you're trying to drive to work or you're sitting there making dinner or whatever you're doing, I apologize. I got leveled by this cold. No, I'm not leveled. I'm not like down and out, but ooh, I am close. I feel worse than when I had COVID. I'll tell you that much. I definitely feel worse than when I had COVID. That was brutal. This I can handle.
Sometimes are you like, are the people I live with mentally challenged, or are they just children? And I debate it internally.
Yeah,
Is this normal?
I think so.
Is this genetic? It's probably because they're ropers.
It probably is because they're ropers.
Yeah.
I like how your one daughter was just sitting naked at the dinner table eating green beans.
She did have underwear on, but I'm sure she would not if we did not make her.
She's gonna be like a little nudist,
Yeah, and now
just
she's
like butt naked eating green beans, not a care in the world.
she's got her Halloween costume on because I told her to get her pajamas on, and she thought that was a alternate version of pajamas.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, the day after Halloween it is, because Halloween
Right.
costumes are so expensive. You buy them and you wait till Halloween. And then once Halloween's done, it was so expensive, you now have to wear it more than just the one time. And they
Correct.
usually become pajamas.
pajamas. So Lyndon wanted to be like a scary clown.
Uh-huh.
It was $50.
Yeah.
Dude, like the one she picked, I'm sure we could have gone scarier or made it, like, or gone cheaper or made it ourselves, but I don't have time for that.
Right. Right. What was your other daughter?
She is, thank God, what Lyndon was last year, which is like a kind of scary, sewn together patchwork rag doll.
Oh.
She took,
okay.
she wanted to be what Lyndon wanted to be, and we were like, oh, we have that costume. But to even it out, I bought her boots to go with it at Ross. So I'm in that one for $25 more.
Oh.
Yep.
I think my daughter, who's a senior in high school, for like senior dress up day, she's going as Napoleon Dynamite.
That
And
is
then-
awesome.
Yeah, and then she looks fantastic. And she's got the Vote for Pedro shirt. She's got the afro, which is a wig of mine. She got the glasses. She doesn't have moon boots, but she's got these like boots that kind of, you know what she's trying to do. And then her sister, my youngest, Mia, is going as Kip. So they are,
Oh, that's so awesome.
yeah, so they're going as Napoleon and Kip.
That's so awesome. Dude, I don't think they make moon boots anymore, and it's disappointing.
I know.
You know, did you have them when you were a kid?
I had many a pair.
Because basically they were just sponges.
That's
They don't seem like they were much to make. It was like they took the sole of our other boot and then formed another boot out of a sponge.
Yes.
Which you would think, this is great. Let's put the kids out in the wet snow with this sponge wrapped around their foot.
Yeah.
I imagine there may have been some lawsuits. Like,
No.
my son's foot is frozen inside of this sponge
Right.
I sent him with.
Now, did you guys do it like how we did it here in the Dirty Mitten growing up in Michigan, where we just talked about this as a family a couple days ago, and I don't know if we've talked about it here on the podcast, but where you would save bread bags,
Yes.
then you would put your foot in the bread bag.
Yes.
So it was like a big plastic sock.
You put
and
it
then you'd
outside of the sponge or inside of the sponge?
Inside.
Oh, okay.
So
We did
you-
outside.
Oh, so we did like you would put on your socks.
Oh, yeah,
then
yeah.
you would
I think
put
we
the
did do
bread
this
bag.
too. Then the bread
Yeah.
bag.
Then the
Foot.
bread bag, and then you would put your foot, which was in the bread bag, into your boot then.
Yeah. And then
And your
just sweat your ass off in there.
yeah.
Your foot was just as wet as if there was no
Yes.
boot or anything.
Correct. It was just as wet from sweat as it would have been from the melted snow.
Yeah.
But
Or if snow
Yeah.
got in there.
or
No
if snow
way.
got in there. Yeah, you were playing football. Snow got in there. Oh, it was terrible. And then you'd walk into school and you had to take your boots off and set them outside the classroom in the hallway.
Yes.
So you'd see everybody's boots, stinky boots, lined up with bread bags sticking out of them.
Yeah.
Oh, it was awful.
It all smelled like the 5-hour tour bus. Like
Oh,
it
yeah.
just smelled like ball sweat.
It was awful. It was awful. You'd just be like walking down the school like hallway, like your little second grade class would like go to the library. Then you would just walk past classroom after classroom of like these
Stinky moon
boots out in the hallway. It was fantastic.
How much did it snow in Detroit when you were a kid, like in the 80s? How much did
I
it snow?
feel like it snowed 10 times more than it does now.
Yeah.
Like when we were kids, there were rarely snow days.
Okay.
We would only get snow days if there was over like 8 inches of snow. And even then, it wasn't a given. But I remember, like, as a kid, there being times where, again, as a kid, I felt that there was like 2 feet of snow. Like, we were out building like igloos and stuff like that in the snow, tunnels in the snow.
yeah.
And then, like, now as an adult, I feel like they close school. Like, the kids get like school snow days if there's like 4 inches on the ground.
Oh, it's worse here.
Oh,
It's so much worse. Like if it may snow, they'll close it. And it makes me so mad because the Southerners, they're always just like, oh man, we could survive. This is what separates us from these Yankees is that like if I had to hunt or trap or I had to manufacture some sort of applesauce from scratch, I could do it. And we survive and we know how to take care of things. We know we're tougher than y'all and we can do it all. And then like a single snowflake will fall and they're just like, I got to go get all the milk and bread. There's no way I can survive unless I have 16 loaves of milk. But like, I don't know. I make fun of it all the time.
oh, that's hilarious.
Nobody wants to hear that
No.
here because they all think they're so tough and so much better than the Yankees. But like, it's like, excuse me, what happens when it snows here? Where does that go? Where does all that toughness go? I don't know.
Well, we're just gonna wait for a nicer day, and then I'll take care of business. TCB.
I got a knife in my pocket, open carry, got a 6-pack. Hank Williams, we can take care of it. We got it. We know how to survive.
We could do
So-
it right here. Virginia Mafia. That's how we do.
I grew up in this town in western Colorado, like on the western slope of the Rockies. So it's not the most snow in Colorado. There's a place called Wolf Creek Pass that usually gets over 100 inches of snow a year. But like there were times, and so I don't have anything to compare it to because like when I was a little kid, lived in Steamboat, and then we moved to Denver and it snowed less. It definitely started snowing less in Denver as time passed. But like when I was a kid, Halloween, no matter what you were for Halloween, it was a kid with a coat on and a hat. Because it would snow every year, and you can be out there trick-or-treating as a kid with a coat on or a hat or a full snowsuit. And sometimes you'd pull it open and be like, I'm a stormtrooper. Or you had a C-3PO mask or something. But it snowed from Halloween. There was snow on the ground until usually the middle of May. And then you got about 4 weeks of kind of muddy. Flowers were coming out.
Yeah.
And 2 months of summer. And then like 2 weeks of fall. And then it was winter again. So,
And this was in Steamboat?
yeah. So it would be like, for real, there's no possible chance school would ever close. I remember, I remember just snow being higher than my head most of the winter as a kid. But my folks had pictures of us having to climb out our second story window so they could get to the car to go to work. And I think I was in preschool then, and I went to preschool. But like the kids went to school, they just walked out their second story window and went to the bus. One time, it snowed. Like there was this huge snowstorm that shut down Buffalo, and they had to fly half of our snowplow operators out to Buffalo to help them figure out how to dig out. Steamboat.
Really?
Yeah. So it was crazy. So like everybody had,
And you know those guys got laid too in Buffalo. Like they came in like the champs.
you're our saviors. That's the
Yeah.
Buffalo accent, right?
Yeah, totally.
No, but like as a kid, you would always wear. I do remember having a pair of Sorels once, but then it was like moon boots because they were cool, and I think they were cheaper. But everybody had snow pants. You would wear snow pants all the time. Like everybody in school, sometimes you'd take them off, but usually you just heard that.
Yeah.
Because everybody's wearing snow pants in class, and the boots outside the outside the classroom, and then you go out for recess and go get your coat and your boots. And some kids had the full suit, but I think once you got older, you were just like you wanted snow pants so you could wear them in class.
See, we weren't allowed. We
To wear snow pants.
Yeah, you couldn't wear snow pants in class.
I think it was totally allowed. I remember there's times when you're just like, I need these off. Like I'm tired of this. Because it would be
I've lost weight.
all winter. Yeah, you're sweating. But like you could build, what I remember is that like people would shovel out paths, or usually people had like a snow thrower, like a snow blower, and there'd be paths cut in between houses and stuff. And so as a kid, if you wanted to build a kick-ass snow fort, you would just dig sideways into one of those, and you'd have tunnel system. So you do that until you like some kid collapsed it or something.
Right.
Around on top.
Right.
What else?
And there was always some kid, because we would do that too when we would make the tunnels or make an igloo, that you'd be like, oh my gosh, it's so warm in here. And like you just sweated your butt off digging these holes.
Yeah.
these tunnels like you were in Vietnam, and you just finished digging all these tunnels, and then you're sweating in your winter coat and your boots and all that stuff, and then you like lay down, and someone was always bound to say, "Man, it's so warm in here," and they like literally thought it was like retaining heat.
Yeah.
Now,
We had-
I do know that igloos and stuff like that do retain heat, but when you're kids and you're screwing around out in the yard,
Yeah.
it's not retaining heat.
No. I mean, if it's snowing outside or windy, it might be warmer, but
Yeah.
we had it at the preschool I went to, there was this, like we're in a valley, so there was like hills and mountains behind it. And this preschool you could climb up, you could go walking like a half hour up this thing with your sled to come down if you so desired. And your sled run would take 4 or 5 minutes. It would just keep going. And as long as they could see you from the bottom, they would just be like, go, be free, 4-year-olds. Climb
Yeah.
all the way up there.
Do
Get
it.
that energy out.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was such a cool place to be a kid.
We had a big, huge sledding hill. It was called Lamphir Hill, and it was shaped like Jabba the Hutt's, like Jabba the Hutt's like skimmer ship that goes out over the
Yeah.
Sarlacc pit. So Lamphir Hill was shaped like that. So the front of it was really, really, really steep.
Uh-huh.
And then it went to the top, and then like you stood on the top, it plateaued, and then the back was like a slow grade down. It was
Cool.
it was definitely like a good sledding hill, but it was not as steep as the front. So as a kid, you'd go up there, and if you were cool, you went down the steep side,
Yeah.
and you went flying down it. It was probably 100 yards of a pretty good grade. Pretty steep grade. And then if you went down the backside, it was like 200 yards of a nice slow grade. Well, now I went to take my kids there like when they were younger, so that's where like my folks took me. Had a blast. You'd wipe out. People were always breaking arms. Or you slide down, you stand up, and the next person comes down and takes your legs out from under you.
Yeah.
It was always stuff like that. It was the 80s. Well, now, because that side was too steep, they put a fence halfway down it. So they put a fence halfway down it. So every year, like, kids go and they pack the one side of the fence with snow and make a ramp. So you go down it, and then halfway down you hit this ramp, which now you're going off in a different direction while the slope of the hill. So you have like a 7-foot fall from the time you're launching off of the fence, because the fence is 3 feet up, and then the ground is still going down. So you launch off that fence and you're 7-8 feet in the air, and then just crashing down on the rest of the hill again. And then they started doing things to make that so you couldn't do that. They started putting all sorts of stuff. So it became a mess. It was like during the 90s when everyone became like sue happy, and the courts were like, yeah, you could sue a city for a sledding hill. So that's what happened. Like the city of Madison Heights, where this was like, no, we're not doing this.
Oh, it was
so
like a park property. It was like a part of the city.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like their whole like municipal center.
Yeah.
They had like City Hall, they had the high school, City Hall, the police department, and then they had this big huge park, and then Lamphir Hill was there. And so it sucked. Like, it was great
That
back in the 80s, and then as we grew up, that all changed, and now it's nothing. It's nothing.
Man, this is another sledding memory this brought up, is that I've got two. Okay,
Yeah.
one. I was about 10, and we lived in these apartments, and the hill behind it was steep. I want to say it was like a 65-degree angle, maybe like a 70-degree angle. But it was the closest place to sled, and so we were just like, hey, if we build out the bottom, like we shovel some snow to make it kind of arc, we'll go across the parking lot of this apartment complex. And then they had like snow plowed at the other end, so you'd hit where like this big pile where the snowplow went if you went across the parking lot. And we didn't shovel it very well, so there was a couple runs where you'd hit this thing and you'd be going so freaking fast because it was so steep. You'd hit that and then all of a sudden be going horizontal, just skidding across the parking lot. And then, which was packed snow. And there was also like chunks in Steamboat. They got all this volcanic rock that they'd kind of put out on the roads to give you some sort of traction.
Oh, really?
So there'd just be little chunks of this just digging up your sled, and then you'd go into the snowbank on the other side. And we did this for about a half hour and mostly hit it, but every once in a while you get off of the path we made and you just eat it. Like you just go face first into the ground. And I remember I did this so bad, I just munched it with my glasses like straight there, and they were gone.
Oh.
Like as a kid, I think glasses have gotten cheaper. I don't know if we didn't have optical insurance or whatever, but glasses were really expensive, like $200, which was a lot for my mom.
Yeah.
And like, I just remember like just as frantically as possible digging through everything. Like, where's my glasses? I can't find them. They probably just were just completely demolished by the snow. Never found them. Not even in the spring. Like, I kept thinking about it. Went back and still couldn't find them.
Oh, my gosh.
So, and then my second story is in Steamboat, another Steamboat story. We lived out, when I was a kid and my folks were still together, we lived out on this county road, this dirt county road. And we lived almost to the top of this hill, this place called Hilton Gulch. And my dad somehow picked up one of those runner sleds, with the two metal, like ice skate runners on the bottom.
Like the classic sled.
Yeah. And you put your feet on it on the front, and it's got a little steering mechanism that kind of allows you to go. Well, my dad, I think the snow had been packed down on the road up to our house enough. So we didn't get the lava rock treatment out where we lived. And definitely, in Colorado, they never salted the roads. They didn't do... I think they started using, potassium chloride in Denver about 10 years ago. But Steamboat, not at all. So you had to have chains or you had snow tires, which made sense because it was snowy 8 months of the year. So you'd have these studded snow tires, and then it was just fine. Like you could have a regular, two-wheel drive car. But the road was just packed snow everywhere, all the roads. You wouldn't see pavement for 8 months. So my dad's like, we should do this out on the county road in front of our house. And so he wanted to test it out. He didn't want to, he was like, we'll both get on this thing together, because I'm 4, maybe 5. He's like, you're going to sit in front and I'll sit behind you and I'll steer it. And let's see how fast we can go. Holy shit, dude. They don't have brakes. And so it was just a straight plane for about 2.5 miles. No cars coming, thank God. And my dad could steer it, but he would my dad wore motorcycle boots.
Okay.
It was his cool thing. I don't know if he had that on or snow boots. Like he could put his feet down and it would like kick up a bunch of snow and stop. Like not stop, like slow it down. But we just started going, and I'm not kidding. We were going like 50 or 60 miles an hour. He was,
and the next thing you know,
he
you're
was
in
terrified.
Kansas City.
Well, he was like, I think he's trying to figure out, because at the bottom it kind of evened out a bit. It wasn't so steep. So we got down to like the last 2 miles, 2.5 miles, and he started putting his feet down, and like, so snow's going all up, and we weren't stopping. We slowed down to maybe like 30 miles an hour, 20
And then
miles
he
an
bails off of it and does a barrel roll, and then you're still
Yeah.
on there.
No, we launched off the edge of the road because it was like a T intersection at the bottom, and we just launched, launched out like 15 feet, but it was just a farmer field, and it was just powder, so we just rolled in the powder.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, Dad, let's do that again. And
He's like,
was,
well, first
just
we got to get a
shaking.
cab back up to the top of the hill. We're
Yeah,
11
no.
miles from where we started.
We had to walk all the way back. So by the time we were back, I was like, let's not do this again.
Yeah.
But yes,
That's like a
was-
5-mile sled hill.
dude, it was so cool. I mean, I'd love to be able to reproduce that again.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It was cool.
That is so
Yeah.
funny. Yeah, we have. Oh, go on.
No, you go.
Well, I wanted to ask you back to the roads, because in Michigan we salt our roads, and so you're saying
Yeah.
that Colorado used to salt their roads too, because we always hear that like in other states they use like sand. You said they used volcanic rock.
Yes.
Yeah, we use salt here, and so all our cars are like ruined.
Yeah, I'm sure GM voted for that. They're just
Yeah.
like, cha-ching.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Then you could go to like a car wash where they like squirt like the wax on the bottom of the car to protect it. But I mean, does it really? I mean, who goes over under their car and like inspects to see if it's like a perfect coating of wax? So I don't buy into that.
Well,
Yeah.
and I think that's why Colorado fought it for so long, because all those people were Midwesterners. You know, like they had all moved out there at one point, and they're like, not a chance. We're not doing this. Like we used to
Yeah.
have to buy cars all the time because they were rusting out on the bottom.
Yeah. Like my dad had multiple trucks that I remember one, we called it Blue Thunder, and it was this big blue pickup truck, and the front bumper was like a custom made like out of like an I-beam from like a skyscraper.
What?
It was this huge metal beam that went across the front of my dad's truck.
No.
Oh, so he could hit anyone and it wouldn't, like if people are trying to like cut, you know, the road goes from 2 lanes to 1 and someone's trying to cut in front. He would just dink, it just didn't matter because that thing was just a shredder. And so, but I remember sitting in that and it would be like the floor mat. And if you lifted up the floor mat, you could see the road going underneath. So he would put like, I remember there being like a hole where your feet should be. There was a hole there. Well, then he put like a 2x4 across it and then put the floor mat on top of that. But you could lift this thing up and then there's the 2x4 and then you just see the road whipping by underneath you. So like if you ever hit like a squirrel or a raccoon or something like that, I mean you could get shrapnel up into the car.
Oh man.
So funny.
You got to put the 2x4 to keep the kids.
Yeah.
Keep the kids in the car.
Oh, and there were times where like there was never a time where we actually like stuck our foot through. Obviously, it would have been like shredded off. But it was definitely like the thing, like you dare somebody to do it, or you'd want to throw stuff down there as
Throw
you're driving.
banana peels and stuff.
Yeah, exactly, stuff like that. It'd be like Super Mario. The car behind you goes into a spin. You drop a banana peel. Oh, this blasted
Joe,
cold.
I'll edit out all of your nose blowing.
I don't think you should.
Oh, we are going to leave it?
I think you should leave it all in here. We haven't even kicked off the show yet.
This is the show. It's us talking about growing up in the north.
I say at the very end, we go, ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 28. And then we're like,
28
see ya.
of the Pickle and Boot Shop.
Yeah. I haven't made any more pickles as of late.
Yeah.
I just had the one venture, and they turned out okay. Nothing
just
that
have
I
the
was
one
proud
pickle.
of. Yeah.
I use it quite a bit.
Yeah. Yep, for hiding.
Hide the pickle.
And I ain't
It
talking.
is a great game.
I ain't talking Christmas time, kids. Put the women and children to bed. Daddy's playing pickle time.
Gosh. Oh, man.
I'd like to say it's the NyQuil talking, but I haven't taken anything. I can't.
Do you take Dayquil when you're sick?
No, I don't feel like Dayquil works.
Oh, man, it works so well for me. I love it.
Oh, yeah, I've never felt like Dayquil worked. So I just kind of like suffer through, and then at night take like a triple shot of NyQuil.
Okay.
That's what
NyQuil works, though.
Yeah, NyQuil works.
Have you ever taken NyQuil and tried to stay awake?
No.
It's miserable.
Oh, I'm
Like-
sure.
I was dating some girl in college, but I was sick, and she lived up in Casper, Wyoming, and so I was like, I gotta call this girl at 8. I gotta call this girl at 8. I gotta call this girl at 8, but I'm really sick, So I was like, I forgot, and I took NyQuil and I laid down, and then I was like, oh crap, I gotta call this girl at 8, and it was like 7. So I made myself go out and watch TV and stay up for an hour, and then
And I'm sure you
Called
were
her.
so awesome on the phone.
I was just like, hi, what are you? Is this your name? Where am I?
And
No,
the whole
but
time
I
you just
literally,
keep heavy breathing. She thinks you're like a pervert. It's just you can barely breathe.
I kept having to grab the furniture because I felt like I was floating off of it. And I'd tell her about it.
Oh,
This relationship did not last, by the way.
oh, that's a
This
shocker.
might be part of it.
I remember the first time I took NyQuil. I wasn't feeling good. It was with the insiders. I wasn't feeling good, and we were flying back from California, and I believe it was the morning after the Dennis Rodman thing happened.
Oh, wow.
And we were doing like a red-eye flight, and I just felt so horrible. And someone was like, take NyQuil. So I did the gel caps. And so I remember taking like the gel caps, and I got on the plane. I was out cold before we left the ground, and they woke me up when we got to Detroit. Like we had landed, and Bram was like, hey, it's time to get off the plane. I
Yeah.
slept the whole way, and from that point on, every time I flew, like I took NyQuil and I would just drug up. That was like the beginning of like me drugging up. And then it got to a point where it didn't really work anymore.
You
Kinda
gotta
get-
give it a break.
Yeah, yeah. But I took it the other night, and I was out. I was out cold. I slept good.
The problem is if you don't give yourself 8 hours of sleep after you take it, though, you're miserable. You're
Yeah.
just like, why am I awake? It hurts so
Yeah,
bad. You're
yeah,
so
you
tired.
are right there. Because I took it, but I probably got 5 hours of sleep. So it was a little bit rough. It was a little rough after that, but I got through.
Yeah.
I got through it. But tonight I got you know, we're probably going to be done around 9 o'clock tonight recording. About 8 o'clock.
It could be. It
Yeah.
could be.
So-
We could be done by 8.
Yeah.
You could be in bed, Joe.
Yeah, hopefully. And then I could get some good sleep and then get more than 8 hours of sleep.
Here's an idea. Take it now, and let's keep podcasting.
Okay, you want me to? I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll do it. Well, I'll do it for the paid portion.
Okay. The paid portion. Then we had talked about this. There's 2 things I want to talk about. I want to talk about Whirly Ball.
Okay.
For the regular people, for regular Pickle and Boot Shop, for the Patreons, I want to talk about what Sonny telling you. He kept telling you this story. He'd be like, ask Reese about when he brought a gun to school.
Yes.
So we'll talk about that.
Okay.
Just to clarify, I never brought a gun to school, people.
Well, Sonny says you've changed the story, and you have. So people need to.
I did not. He just remembers it incorrectly, but it is a good story.
All right. So
Okay.
I'm telling him about Whirly Ball.
I want to hear about Whirly Ball because we played in Detroit, and you came and hung out with us. It was like you were not touring anymore with the Insiders. It might have been like the end of 5 Iron the first time.
Yeah.
And you were like, have you guys played Whirly Ball? And we're like, what the hell are you talking about, Joe?
Yeah.
So we came to your house. You took us to play Whirly Ball, and I cannot believe it's not everywhere. It's so freaking cool.
Yeah. So what it is, you guys, you're in bumper cars. So think of it like a basketball court in bumper cars.
Bumper cars, like the old school ones with the electricity running in the ceiling. And you
Yeah.
have that tether that goes up there.
Yep.
Bumper cars. So one, you have to have a place that has bumper cars. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So-
I'm sorry for interrupting. Continue.
Oh, you're fine. Wait 1 sec here. I got to blow my nose. Do you ever have that nose drip where your nose is all stuffed up and within a second, all of a sudden you feel it dripping out of it? Like that's
Yes.
awful.
Yes.
That's what I just had. Ugh.
That's good, Joe.
So Whirly Ball, you're in bumper cars. It's like 6-on-6 on what would be like a basketball court. So it's 6-on-6. You're in bumper cars on a basketball court. And then where the basketball hoop would be, there's no hoop, but where the red square is, that's a hole. So you got to get the ball in the hole, but it's not like basketball where you shoot it. It's, if you guys remember, like track ball or scoop ball. So
Yes.
you have this like scoop, like this. You guys
It's
know
like
what-
it's like homemade lacrosse, like the ghetto, like dollar store lacrosse.
like highlight. It's like highlight. So you have this big scoop and this plastic ball. And so what you're trying to do is you're driving your bumper car down the court with this scoop, and then you're trying to fling the ball into the hole. And when it goes in the hole, like it makes like a ding sound. And then if you have like a group that's in there, so like let's say 20 of you go, there could be like 12 of you down on the court at once. And then there's like a big hangout room, and then other people can, like, there's announcers, like microphones and stuff like that. Other people can be announcing and then running the scoreboard, things like that.
Yeah.
So it was a huge thing here, like in the 90s and like early 2000s. There were two of these Whirly Ball places on either side of town. And so
How did they decide to call it Whirly Ball instead of what it should be known as Liability Ball?
Right. Yeah. Because the crazy thing is, if you remember, the bumper cars weren't the bumper cars that had like a steering wheel. all it was the stick, and then you did counterclockwise. Like it only went one speed, so you did counterclockwise to go
You had
left.
gas.
Yeah,
Did you
had
have
gas.
a brake? Is there a brake, or just take your foot off the gas?
Just take your foot off. It was gas and take your foot off. You spun this stick like it looked like an old school like drill. So you spun it to the left to go left, you spun it to the right to go right, and then you figured out that happy median in between, happy medium. And then if you crashed into somebody,
Yeah.
the way that your hand was, you always ended up, one sec, this is suddenly not recording. So back to it. So the thing is, you'd have like the stick. It's kind of like halfway between like your knees and your crotch. The stick is.
Keyword
so
is
if you're-
crotch.
Yeah. So if you're turning, say, to the right, and you're holding that stick with your right hand, you're turning it to the right, there's a certain point where your arm is kind of extended, your wrist is bent back, and then that is always the prime time to get drilled by 3 other cars or slam into the wall. And then your wrist then gets bent back even further.
One of the dangers.
Yeah.
Let's
You're all- and
enumerate
then your-
them. They're
and then
one.
your knees.
Your wrists.
Yeah, your wrists were goners.
your
Your
knees.
knees were slamming into like the quote unquote dashboard nonstop, and
Or just
especially if you're
cranking
big
that
like me.
thing around. You'd be cranking it. It would go, once you hit the side, it would go right into your knees.
Yes,
Like they were
Yes.
not made for big people. They were made for like little
no.
kids.
Yeah,
Yes. Before our society became so litigious. So
Right.
it would just go, every time you turned, it'd be banging this metal thing into your knees. Did it have padding? I don't think it did. It was
No.
like just up, like a metal bar bent, like in kind of like a, I don't know, like almost, it just went up, left, up, and you'd
Correct,
be cranking
yes.
it around to
Yep,
go
that's
whichever
exactly
direction,
it.
backward or forward.
no helmets.
No helmets.
So then you got this
Number
ball
3.
bouncing around. You're leaning over. You're leaning over your golf cart. You're leaning over your bumper car to try and scoop it up. Someone slams into you, and your arm gets stuck between the two,
Your hand is on the ground trying to get this ball.
trying to scoop it up, and someone just
Fourth way to get
crushes your
injured.
arm in between the two bumper cars.
Plus, just like the regular whiplash of being in a bumper car, because you're like, oh, I'm going to slam into other people, and you're aware. But this, you're just like, I got to get that ball, and 4
Yep.
people are just drilling you.
Full concentration on the ball, or the one that's best is you have it and you're looking. So I'm going to use like military terms. So you're looking at your 4 o'clock or your 5 o'clock, like you're looking over your right shoulder behind you to see who's there, and then you get drilled from your like 9 o'clock.
Oh my
And your
gosh.
head and your neck just snaps in all sorts of directions. Again, no helmet.
No helmet.
So
you
the
could
other
go
thing is,
straight into the wall, fly
Yep.
out.
I've seen it. I've seen 2 girls go full steam, 2 like tweener girls, so like 11-year-olds,
Yeah.
full steam into the boards, boom, and that thing bucked them out.
Oh my gosh.
It was fantastic.
Also,
So then,
there's like sparks. It's electricity above you. Do you remember? It's just like a mesh, like this wire mesh up above you, and the antenna thing is sticking up into it to get power to run.
yes, and so again, no helmets. So you're holding your scoop like you would if you were like a quarterback in football. So you kind of have it cocked like back behind your head. So in case when you saw your player open or you went to throw it, you had it cocked and ready to go. Well, other people are like slapping at it, cracking you in in the head
And
with
hitting
their
your hands
scoops.
with their scoops, hitting your hands.
Yeah. Yeah. You're just taking a beating on your hands. And it's always like, it's never your boys, because your boys are always like, well, if I crack you on the hand, I know I'm going to get it in return. It's always like the girl who you're trying to impress will just rake your knuckles. Or she's the one that just pins your arm between the two bumper cars, and there's nothing you can do. You got to laugh it off, or you're not getting another date. You know, you got to laugh it off, even though you got like a bone sticking out of your arm, or your wrist is just pulverized. Yeah, that was
Yes.
Whirly Ball. You guys can YouTube it. YouTube Whirly Ball. Look it up. I don't know if it's still going in the Detroit area. I kind of think it is, but I'm not for sure.
I sure hope so. It was so freaking cool. Also,
Yeah.
how big was the ball?
It's like a plastic softball.
Like a wiffle ball? Like one of the bigger wiffle balls?
Yeah. It's like a big wiffle ball. It's like a softball sized wiffle ball.
And it's not heavy. It is like a wiffle ball. And then how big
Yeah,
was
'cause
the
when you
hole you had
throw
to
it-
put it in? It seemed like
I
it
would
was no bigger than like a foot, maybe 8 inches, like a foot.
Yeah. No, I would probably say it's a foot. Maybe 18 inches.
Okay,
And you had to laser that thing because everybody's scoops were busted because they were driven over, crushed, smashed over people's shoulders. The scoops were always broken. So I think they probably replaced them maybe like once a month.
do they
So when
make
you got
those
out
things
there-
anymore? They were like looking in people's sheds and stuff. Like, hey, remember this from the 70s? This scoop
Yeah.
ball.
Yeah. Yeah, in like the late 80s, early 90s, they tried to revive it and they called it trackball.
Yeah.
And I remember I got it for like my birthday from like an aunt or an uncle. And we would play them all the time, like in the backyard and stuff. But it was kind of like lacrosse. So that was Whirly Ball. YouTube it, you guys, if you're listening. YouTube it and see if there's video of it, because like you would do corporate parties, you could do kids' birthdays, but they had a full bar, so you could do like corporate parties.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody would be drinking, and then you'd go out there and you would just crush your coworkers.
That sounds like the
It was
best
amazing.
corporate party. Like,
It was amazing.
who's gonna give the boss whiplash?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Chet. I bet you won't tear up. I bet you won't drill Darby from behind. Darby from finance. Oh, you know I will.
All the HR people just getting murdered
Oh,
out
yeah.
there.
Yeah, just getting slaughtered.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how it was. It was cool. And like one of them, it was always like in a warehouse. So like one of them had one court and then another one had 2 courts. I think the one I took you guys to was the smaller one. It just had the 1 court.
Oh yeah.
But it was
It seemed small, like not like
Yeah.
warehouse size. It seemed like
yeah.
it was, dude. So cool. All of us, everybody in Fire Run still talks about how cool it was.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, this is should we begin now? Begin episode 28?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay. All right, you guys. Welcome back to another episode of the Pickle and Boot Shop. This is episode 28.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. It's been, it's Joe and I are just glad that you tuned in.
Yeah. So, goodbye.
See ya.
Peace. I'm going to go get something to drink.
All right, I'm going to yell at my kids so they get in bed.
For more shows like this one, visit rockcandyrecordings.com.
You want to play it? I'll show you how to turn it on. It's the same. Come here.
Wait, hold on. Okay. Just
Okay.
Or are you
So-
guys on break?
Yeah, we're on break. So, just it's plugged in, turned on. These, I think these two are volumes. One's tone, so it'll make it brighter. So that you just turn it on here.
Uh-huh.
It's right here. It's the volume. Here's your master.
What's that noise? Maybe back up away from the speaker.
Something over here.
Back up away from the speaker, please.
Here's how to tune it. This thing, this pedal. You looking? Just push it. See, I get it in the middle, like a regular tuner.
Please do not that. Did I check?
Yeah. So like one of your orange picks probably was here.
Just in the back. It's playing as acoustic. Can I check?
Yeah. Oh, this is probably real long on you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit down with it.
Okay.
No, you don't have to tighten it. I can just sit down.
Alright.
Oh yeah, that's
It's probably the lights. Like, I bet if we turn off this light.
yeah, let's try it.
Oh. Might be the speakers. Joe's playing. Hang on. He's ready to jam with you.
I don't think I'm in tune here. What's she playing?
I don't know. She's never played bass. She just wanted to try it out.
Oh. It's your GCD. We can real quick play something.
You want to take it and plug it into your amp?
What?
You want to plug it into your amp?
Oh, I'll go out.
It's already out.
But I'll go later on. I kind of just want to hook it up.
Okay.
Here. This thing is weird to play.
This.
This is weird. That's loud.
definitely a lot of delay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that? What kind of bass?
Dude, there's a Ibanez.
Oh yeah. Ella had an Ibanez.
Somebody gave it to me. This girl I used to work with, but it's phenomenal. Like it's light. It looks heavy. The action on it is amazing. Like it's really easy to play. You know, like bass. Normally you're like, my fingers.
Yeah.
It's really easy, and it sounds decent.
Yeah, Ella, a friend of mine who just recently died of COVID,